Archaeologists have found the Roman Emperor Hadrian's palatial breakfast chamber, where he dined before servants on a marble throne. Archaeologists working at the sprawling 200-acre site of Hadrian's villa in Tivoli have discovered a breakfast room where the Roman emperor would dine with his wife Bibia Sabina. Now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the estate was constructed around 120 AD and served as a retreat for the emperor when he wanted to relax outside of his Palatine Hill Palace residence in Rome. Some 9 years later, Hadrian began living full-time at the villa, ruling and from 20 miles east of the capital. Researchers discovered the breakfast area within the ruins, and it reveals how the emperor and his wife began each day with an impressive display of power. They believe the emperor would have sat on a raised marble platform flanked by fountains. Situated in a semicircular area with windows, members of the court could have seen the ruler's silhouette, making for a dramatic scene. Both Hadrian and his wife were positioned as if on thrones, with retractable bridges further setting them apart from their many servants. The platform led to 4 separate bedchambers that boasted toilets embedded with precious stones. It was a quasi-theatrical spectacle, Andrea Bruciati, art historian and site director, told the Times of London, adding politicians could learn from him. The emperor personally helped design the complex, which consisted of more than 30 buildings constructed in Roman and Greek architectural styles, with nods to many of the places Hadrian visited during his extensive travels. Fountains, gardens, pools, and baths dotted the landscape, and the estate used the same aqueducts that ran through Rome. A recreation of the Nile River ran through one area, paying homage to Hadrian's young lover Antinous, who drowned in the Egyptian city of Canopus. The villa was a machine that served to represent the emperor's divinity. It was almost futuristic, said Bruciati. The historic site was reopened earlier this week as Italy eased restrictions on museums and other cultural venues closed for social distancing. Antinous, Wikipedia. Antinous, also Antinous, Latin, Antinous, or Antinous, Ancient Greek, Antinous Romanized, Antinous, the 27th of November, c. 111 before the 30th of October 130, was a Bithynian Greek youth and a favorite beloved of the Roman Emperor Hadrian. After his premature death before his 20th birthday, Antinous was deified on Hadrian's orders, being worshipped in both the Greek East and Latin West, sometimes as a god Theos, and sometimes merely as a hero, heroes. Little is known of Antinous' life, although it is known that he was born in Claudiopolis, present-day Bolu, Turkey, in the Roman province of Bithynia at Pontus. He was probably introduced to Hadrian in 123, before being taken to Italy for a higher education. He had become the favorite of Hadrian by 128, when he was taken on a tour of the Roman Empire as part of Hadrian's personal retinue. Antinous accompanied Hadrian during his attendance of the annual Eleusinian Mysteries in Athens, and was with him when he killed the Marusian lion in Libya. In October 130, as they were part of a flotilla going along the Nile, Antinous died amid mysterious circumstances. Various suggestions have been put forward for how he died, ranging from an accidental drowning to an intentional human sacrifice or suicide. Following his death, Hadrian deified Antinous and founded an organized cult devoted to his worship that spread throughout the empire. Hadrian founded the city of Antinopolis close to Antinous' place of death, which became a cultic center for the worship of Osiris Antinous. Hadrian also founded games in commemoration of Antinous to take place in both Antinopolis and Athens, with Antinous becoming a symbol of Hadrian's dreams of Pan-Hellenism. The worship of Antinous proved to be one of the most enduring and popular of cults of deified humans in the Roman Empire, and events continued to be founded in his honor long after Hadrian's death. Antinous became associated with homosexuality in Western culture, appearing in the work of Oscar Wilde and Fernando Pessoa. An integral part of life in the ancient empire. Ancient Roman bath complex with women washing laundry by Hubert Robert, with view of the interior of an antique Roman bath by Charles Louis Clarisseau, via Sotheby's. Bathing is synonymous with the Romans in a similar fashion to robes, legionaries, and togas. The Romans relished the simple enjoyment of warm clean water, a luxury compared to much of the ancient world. Some emperors had luxurious bath complexes named after them called thermae. The historian Suetonius even notes that the best time to ask Emperor Vespasian for favors was immediately after his bath. Stereotypical Roman baths had several rooms on a central axis which were likely passed through in the following order. A poditerium, a changing room with niches for clothes where bathers would prepare. Laconicum and sudatoria, dry and wet sauna-style rooms. Destrictorium, a room where visitors were oiled before entering the rooms of varying temperatures below. Caldarium, a hot room with high humidity and a plunge bath. Tepidarium, a medium heat room with a lukewarm bath for transitioning between hot and cold rooms. Frigidarium, a cold room, often with a large pool. Palaestra, a light exercise area. Roman baths were used by both rich and poor citizens alike and were spread throughout the empire. By the 4th century AD, there were around 850 baths in Rome alone. Here is the story of their origin, rise, and decline. Early origins of Roman baths. An excavated example of an Italian farm bath or lavatrina, from strangers in the city, elite communication in the Hellenistic Central Mediterranean by Elizabeth Fentress, via Cambridge University Press, with the Greek Gymnasium at Olympia, via Visit Greece. Article continues below advertisement. Literary and archaeological evidence suggests the roots of the Roman bath began in the Italian peninsula in the 2nd century BC, from two entirely separate traditions. One group of early Roman baths could be found in the gymnasia present in Greek colonies of Magna Graecia and Sicily. On the Greek mainland, gymnasia had long been centers for outdoor exercise, and some contained supplementary baths for athletes to swim and cool themselves. In the Italian-based gymnasia, however, bathing began to grow in importance. This can be seen at Gela, Sicily, where a number of individual baths were added at the center of the bathing complex. By the 1st century BC, the gymnasia in Campania had a large bath complex, suggesting bathing had become as important as exercise.
Alright, Shalom. Start out by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teaching, of course, where I learned this truth, alright? So what you just seen in that opening setting, right, is then you see who these Edomites are, alright? They were the Romans back then, all right, and they're the Americans so-called today. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying, they're just the tribe, the nation of Esau, all right, the nation of Edom, all right. And Rome is nothing but America. America is nothing but Rome 2.0, and you Edomites are the Romans, all right. I got these books right here that I'm showing you right here, all right. Even though we read, this is to, you know what I'm saying, to prove it. This is a book, you know what I'm saying, right here. It's a thick book. It's a, you know what I'm saying. It's a pretty good read, all right? It's long, but it lets you know, all right? Esau, Edom, Rome. Then I got another one right here. It says the Roman Empire, the empire of the Edomite, all right? And the Greeks and the Romans are both Edomites, all right? So that's just to prove that right there. Okay. But yeah, as you heard in those clips, all right, it was telling you various things in which, you know what I'm saying, these Edomites, how they got down, all right? And then one of the last ones I found very interesting was the gymnasium thing, all right, because that's going to come out right here in 1 Maccabees 1, all right, as well as the homosexuality thing, all right. These damn devils are homosexuals by nature, all right. The dude, what's his name, Herodian, whatever his name was, he had a damn boy lover named, whatever, Antiochus, I can't remember his name, but it was something like that. You seen it, what it said in the article, all right, and it said, after he died, he was deified, and he became known in the West, the homosexuality, dealing with homosexuality, all right, showing you that these Edomites are perverse, nasty-ass people, all right, and then in the next one, it was talking about the Edomites bathing and shit, all right, you Edomites were taught to bathe when you came out of the caves by the Moors, all right, when you were all right, integrated into society, all right, because when the Roman Empire fell, you damn devil got pushed up into them mountains, all right, and that's when you went back to living. When you were living in your beast-like state, all right? You were, as it says in Job 30, you was braying under the nettles you gathered together. You was braying like horses, hutting and shit, all right? You are the base man, valid in the earth, all right? And when you came out of them caves, you had to be, you know what I'm saying, cleaned up, so to speak, all right? Before you came back into power as you are today, all right? But it also said they built a place of exercise, all right? In today's world, these gymnasiums, all right, are nothing but the ancient Roman gymnasiums, all right, where a lot of homosexuality takes place. You got men, all right, what they used to do in them ancient ones, they used to work out naked and shit, all right, and shower naked and shit, and that's pretty much what that article was saying as well. They was integrating that shit together. So I'm just going to start in the scriptures now. All right, this is 1 Maccabees 1 and 11. I'm going to go down to probably about verse 15, all right? It say, and it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, the king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. All right, and the Macedonians, all right, go back to the Idumeans, all right, which is the Greek way of saying Edom. All right, you're still an Edomite, all right. Verse 2, it say, and made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth, and went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. All right, let's talk about Alexander the Great, all right. It say, wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive, all right. So he knew he was going to die, and he, you know what I'm saying, parted up his kingdom, all right, to who he wanted to go where to rule, all right. So Alexander reigned 12 years, and then he died, and his servants bare ruled everyone in his place, all right. So more Edomites started ruling after him, all right. And after his death, they put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth, all right. Say, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. Okay. All right. So Antiochus was ruling, all right. Verse 11, it say, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. All right. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the custom of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. All right, so Jake was being Hellenized at that time, all right, because Antiochus, when you get down in this chapter, he orders a decree that all people are to be under one law, all right, his law, all right, and he wanted all the Israelites to, you know what I'm saying, be profane as Esau, all right, to do wickedness, all right, and a lot of Jakes went with it, all right, the same way a lot of Jakes go with it today, all right. 2/3 today, back then, were with that shit then, all right, the same way they with the shit today, all right. But you also had righteous Israelites who was willing to get put to death, all right, for Yahweh Shem Shai's law, all right. They, you know what I'm saying, we hoping that we those men, women, you know what I'm saying, of the elect today, all right, we hoping we fall in that lot, all right. Those that refuse to eat pork, all right, refuse to profane the Sabbath, refuse to refuse not to circumcise our sons, and you know what I'm saying, all of that, all right. Today, 2/3 of our people, they, you know what I'm saying, they do whatever E tell them, all right. They trust in oppression, all right. And Antioch, you know what I'm saying, Epiphanes, that motherfucker is probably back today too, all right. More than likely he is back today, all right. The same way Trump is Nero, all right, Antiochus is back today as well, all right. All them Roman demons, all right. Them fucking Edomite devils, all right. And this is when the time of the Hellenized period was taking place, all right, when Jake was being Hellenized, all right, being converting to the ways of the Edomites, all right. So, you know what I'm saying, that's why I read that. I got another video I'm finna play right quick, and then I'm gonna come right back and finish this out, Lord willing. Yeah, how about some outside, it's edifying.
I am a so-called white male. I'm really pink. I go from pink to red, depending on the situation. When I'm angry, embarrassed, or sunburned, red like a devil. But normally I'm pink. Pink and dirty like a pig. Hairy like a dog. I am an Edomite. I am descended from Esau. I'm a Gentile, a heathen. I am here to confess that we have inherited lies. We've been lied to. Our fathers have lied to us. They themselves were lied to. The truth is that so-called black people are God's real chosen people. They are the real Jews of the Bible. They are the Hebrew Israelites. They're God's chosen people over and above all other nations on earth. Like I said, we've been lied to. Jesus is not white. There's no such thing as white Jesus. I deny that. That's a lie. It's a construct of white supremacy. Jesus, the Messiah, is a black man. Mary was black. Pretty much everyone in the Bible was so-called black. The Bible is the history of black people. It was written by black people, about black people, for black people. That's why we as Edomites have such a difficult time understanding it. It's because it's not for us. So we need to rely upon Israelites to teach us the Bible and help us understand it and know the truth. So again, so-called black people who were impacted, who are descended from people who were impacted by the transatlantic slave trade, are God's real chosen people. It says that in Deuteronomy 28. Black people are Israelites, white people are Edomites. We've been lied to. Jesus is black, and we are here to serve God's people who are the black people. And that's what we need to start doing. Thank you.
All right, so you just heard, you know what I'm saying, one of these damn devils confess who they are. All right, this is the book I showed you earlier. I'm finna read a passage out of it, all right? Go to page 8, all right? I'm gonna start right here, where it says, identifying Esau by his description, all right? Now let's listen to this. We heard that devil a while ago, what he said, and let's listen to this, all right? It say, identifying Esau by his description, all right? As mentioned earlier, Esau was red and covered with hair. But why was Esau's color described and not Jacob's? History shows that all people had a significant amount of melanin in their skin in the beginning, which means they had dark skin, all right? Adam, formed from the dust of the ground, resembled the dirt that Yahweh used to make him. Therefore, Adam was progenitor of all people of color, including Noah and his sons. Esau differed in two marks that identified him. Scripture described him as being red and hairy. Esau, born in Canaan, a boiling tropical climate with an average temperature of 26.4 Celsius, had no melanin, a built-in natural form of sun protection. Instead, hair covered his body. All right, and that's how you Edomites are, you know what I'm saying? You have to have sunscreen when you go out in the sun today. All right, and you devils are definitely hairy. All right, Esau can shave his face and have a, you know what I'm saying, a 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock shadow, you know what I'm saying, within hours. All right, now let's read this part as well. All right, say, which served as protection from the sun. Today, to be born without melanin is albinoism, or when one loses the melanin, what is that, vagitilico? All right, Salaki if I misenunciated, all right. It say, however, in biblical text, being melanin deficient was a curse called leprosy, as Moses experienced when Yahweh told him to place his hand in his bosom and it turned white. Miriam, his sister, experienced leprosy when she spake out against Moses. All right, and that's in Numbers 12. All right, and when the Lord turned her into a damn Edomite woman, all right, it say, yeah, and that's right there. We say Numbers 12 and 10. All right, you can see that. They say, and the cloud left from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam and beheld she was leprous. All right, meaning she looked like a damn Edomite woman. All right. It say, Scripture pronounces Jacob as a plain man. After that came out his brother. So like your Scripture pronounces Jacob as a plain man, and after that came to his brother out and took hold of Esau's heel, and they called his name Jacob. All right, and that's Genesis 25 and 26. It say the Hebrew word for plain, all right, it means complete, perfect, and beauty of physical strength. Jacob lacked nothing. He was perfect in all areas, including skin color. All right, and that's why Jacob was able to wrestle the angel. All right, Esau couldn't wrestle no damn angel. All right, and that's letting you know he was made perfect. All right, and Esau wasn't. All right, so this is telling you why you Edomites look how you look. All right, it say the descriptions of Rebekah's newborn twins show the different identities of two nations destined to rule from birth. King Solomon, who descended from Jacob, validates Jacob's appearance when he describes himself in Scripture. He says, I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. All right. It say the polemic writings also confirm a dispute that was contrasting the physical characteristics of the Jews, the Israelites, when comparing them to the Edomites, who are descendants of Esau. All right. What is instructive is that the Israelites does not deny the claim that they are black. All right. So pretty much that's just letting you know that Esau, you know what I'm saying, is the so-called white man. All right. He's not white. He's red. All right. And he knows who he is. All right. And if he doesn't know, he's starting to find out. All right. He is the wicked on the planet. All right. He was destined to rule, and he's ruling now. All right. 2 Ezra 6 and 9 tell you Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So we in the age of Esau. We at the end of the age of Esau, but yet and still we still in this nigga's age. All right. And it's almost over. All right. And he's going into slavery. All right. He's going to serve his brother Jacob. All right. The Israelites. All right. All right. This is Jeremiah 49 and 10. It say, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. All right, and how is Esau being made bare? By the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shai, the prophets, all right? Let me see. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. All right, and the widows, all right, or the Israelites, all right, we were married to Yahweh, but then we were divorced, all right, and the bridegroom is Yahweh Shai, all right, to build us back to Yahweh, all right, to get us back to our husband, all right. Verse 12, it say, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. All right, and that cup is talking about lamentations, mournings, and woe, all right, which we've drunk of that, all right, and now you Edomites are going to drink of it, you other nations as well, but we dealing with Esau right now. All right, verse 13, it say, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, all right, and Basra is a people before it's a place, it's just another word for the nation of Edom, all right, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. All right. And that's what's going to happen to you damn Edomites. All right. Let me get another precept right here. In Amos 1 and 11, it reads, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. All right, that's what Esau said back in Genesis. All right, when Isaac was getting ready to die, Esau said, the days of mourning my father at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right, and Esau's been trying to slay us ever since. He has been slaying us ever since we've been in, you know what I'm saying, under this nigga's rule ever since, you know what I'm saying, the Greeks came into power. All right, Esau's been ruling ever since. All right, we had a brief period when the Roman Empire went down for that 1,000 years, all right, when Esau was pushed in the caves, all right, when we came back up, but we were still wicked, All right, and that's why Esau came out of the caves and took over again, and he's still in rulership today. You know what I'm saying? That's America. All right, but he's going down. All right, this is Ezekiel 25:12. It say, "Thus saith the Lord power, behold, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and had greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people, Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to mine fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord power." All right, so the Edomites better get ready, all right? Yahweh Shema Shai is going to let us get at you niggas, all right? We go to Jeremiah 16:16. All right. It's Jeremiah 16:16. It say, "Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them." And that's what we're doing right now, fishing for the elect. "And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rock." All right, so when fishing season is over, it's hunting season, all right? And guess who's on the menu? You fucking Edomites. All right, we're going to get you damn devils, all right? Whoever the men of the Lord be, you know what I'm saying? We're going to put hands on you damn devils. Abaratazah, I'm of that number, all right? All right, this Jeremiah 30:16. It say, "Therefore all that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be spoiled, and they that prey, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey." All right, and all you nations, all right, put your hands on us. But you know what I'm saying, Esau's top dog. All right, let me go to Psalms 83. Gonna get ready and close it out. Show you the list of the adversaries of the Israelites. Psalms 83, starting at 2, it said, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee." And this is the nations. "The tabernacles of Edom," first name on the list, "and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Jabal and Ammon, and Amalek, the chief house of Esau, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined to them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah." All right, so all these nations, all right. Moab will be the Chinese. Ammon would be the Japanese. Ishmael would be the Arabs. The Hagarenes or Hamites, the Philistines and Hamites. All right, all these nations played a part in our destruction. They all came together and they all, you know what I'm saying, did what they did, all right? But the number one name on that list is Esau, all right? Esau, Edom, you nigga, all right? I got one more precept, and then I'm going to close it down, all right? It's Isaiah 14:1. It say, "For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." All right, and that's talking about the Israelite foreigners, all right? The Israelites that's in these other lands, all right, that look like these other nations, all right? Verse 2, it say, "And the people," talking about the Israelites, "shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, Yahweh, for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." All right, so it's going to be some get back coming to you damn devils, all right? Verse 3, "And it shall come to pass in that day, it shall come to pass in the day that the Most High Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was madest to serve." All right, and that's a cut on them 1948ers, all right? They didn't fucking go into hardcore slavery, all right? You know what I'm saying? They didn't go on slave ships, you know what I'm saying? Hitler put hell on them and shit, but, you know what I'm saying? They didn't go into slavery like we went into slavery on slave ships, as it says in Deuteronomy 28:68, all right? Them 1948ers, that never happened to them, all right? But I'm going to tell you what is going to happen to them. Let me jump down to verse 21. It's the last scripture, all right? It say, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. All right, so we preparing slaughter for you damn devils. All right, meditating terror for you damn red devils. All right, as our power told us to. All right, Yahweh Shemawashai told us. All right, wait until he rise up to the prey. All right, and then you know what I'm saying. We gonna eat with big. We gonna eat with Big Bro. All right, when Big Bro come down and he start eating, all right, we gonna eat with him. All right. But until then, we just going to continue to blow this trumpet, expose Esau for the red devil that he is, all right, and let that nigga know he going into slavery, all right? So I'm going to close out with that. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Ratazah, that was edifying. I give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Bashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.